out here in the sunny afternoon. Thought I'd give you a real little quick update on the sand molar. Been playing with it a little bit. I am going to have to replace the one gear in the gearbox. It's just not running the way I want, so I've got to order a new gear for it. So I'll get around and do that. I'm kind of shopping. But anyway, I've got, other than that, the gearbox is all done, ready to go. I've got the door pretty much done, although I've got to put the little lug on it to put the handle in it. Let's bring you down here and show you that. Sun's really got everything blown out here today. So we're going to put a lug on one side or the other here. Just a little lug comes out that I can slide a handle over the top of to actually move it. But then the latch mechanism slides out and it will drop open like that. So there's our chute. We've got to build our little chute to direct it out the bottom, and then that'll be pretty well taken care of. So there's the front. The whole thing's going to have to come up probably 6 inches total to have room for the motor. I got our switch mounted. Boy, the sun's really got everything blowing out here today. Got our switch mounted up here. What I did is just put an upright of rectangular tubing, piece of scrap that I had up the back. I've got a plate on the back side of it to mount the switch on, and we've got a start-stop switch. When we get that far, we'll run the wires around the back and down to the motor that'll sit on that side. The gearbox is situated where it's going to go, other than just doing adjustments on it. Got the corners cleaned up. The box sits out a little bit farther when it's tensioned properly, and the chain's on the bottom. I don't have the main chain on the bottom gear since I've been working on that gearbox. And the motor will mount on the back side, and the motor's going to sit someplace in this area. I've already got my motor plate cut and drilled. It will mount down here someplace along this area, and will tension out this way. I haven't set up a tensioner for it or really figured out exactly what I'm going to do there, but the gear that comes off the bottom of the gearbox will sit right down here, and then our belt will run around to here. So we'll figure out exactly what position we put this in. I want it to be tucked in as close as I can, and to the back a little bit to kind of keep that weight somewhat centered up. I don't want all the weight hanging off of this side, but we'll get it set back over here someplace, and then figure out our tensioning mechanism. And other than that, it's pretty well done, other than just final adjustments. Like I said, we're going to have to raise it up. I'm probably going to add about so any place from 2 to 4 inches of pipe down for the legs, and then we're going to put 4x4s or 4x6s to raise it up that much more. Couple of reasons. One is I need that extra height to get our pulleys right for this motor, and also to make it a little more stable. Basically put it on 2 skids, and we'll set it up to where when we need to we can either drag it on rollers, or use a 4x6s as skids, or else we can maybe make some sort of a setup to where we can run a pallet jack underneath it if we need to move it around. But otherwise, that's pretty much the setup. When we get everything else done, after we get the gearbox all situated and adjusted and everything, we'll take and put some sort of a plate across here, both to protect this and to use as some sort of a little shelf to set things on. I will probably add 3 holes once we get it all assembled, so I can have a way to pick it up with a cherry picker if I need to. But I want to do that to where it's somewhat balanced. So we'll figure out where that needs to be, and we'll probably just cut some holes in here and use it to where we can hook it in. So there's pretty much the setup. So it won't take too much longer. We will have the sand molar hopefully pretty well done. Like I say, we'll figure out where we're going to get a gear ordered from and get that on the way. A few little adjustments, places where I changed bolts out in the gearbox for clearance underneath the mounting rails and things like that. But otherwise, we're about done with this project. Getting close anyway. So anyway, hope you find it interesting. Haven't given you an update on the sand molar for a while. And comments, suggestions, leave them in the comments section for me below. And as always, thanks for taking the time to watch.